Welcome to another edition of Shelf Life Online. Once again, we hope you're staying well and keeping safe. I would like to present for your listening pleasure 4 new nonfiction books, and they are all highly recommended. The very first one is Laugh Lines by Alan Zweibel. Now, if you used to watch Saturday Night Live in its earliest days, he was one of the first wave of writers back in 1975 when it began, and he almost didn't join the writing team. He met Lorne Michaels, and Lorne Michaels had seen him in a comedy club, and he really didn't think he was that funny. But anyways, he had a choice of either Saturday Night Live or the Hollywood Squares, and he chose Saturday Night Live, which was a smart choice. But before that, he was a comedian on what was termed the Borscht Belt, like small clubs where he would do his comedy routine in front of like 7 drunks, and he also sold a lot of his jokes to people for like $7 each. But the foreword to this book is done by Billy Crystal. They're very good friends, and this is a very entertaining book. Alan Zweibel has had quite the writing career, and this is his story, and it's worth your time. It's a little bit serious, but it's mostly funny too, because he's a funny man. And this, by the way, retails for $34, and it is published by Abrams Press. The second book I would like to draw to your attention, I'll hold it here, is Your Edible Yard by Crystal Stevens, and it is landscaping with fruits and vegetables. Sorry, I've got the camera different here. And anyways, she writes about if you want to grow your backyard garden, instead of just having flowers, you can do fruits and vegetables, and you can reap the rewards in your kitchen. She tells you the best things to plant, the best times to plant, and she talks about the soil too, because that's the most important part of your planting process. She talks about which types of fruits and vegetables grow well in certain zones and under certain conditions. So if you have ever been curious about, gee, maybe I can grow that in my yard, you'll read the book. You'll find ways to get a plentiful harvest, ways to deal with backyard pests, the little grubs and the little worms. Actually, the worms are the best things for your garden. They take care of the grubs. But this is a very entertaining book as well too. It is published, hold it here, by New Society Publishers, and it sells for $34.99. And since it's summertime, and you're under restrictions with the pandemic, what else is there to do in your backyard? So the next book here is The Ultimate Superhero Guide by Helen O'Hara. And it is a definitive handbook for comic book film fans. It was the Superman that started superhero movies. He was the first superhero that came to the silver screen. DC Comics got the jump on Marvel. This was a new territory, and nobody really imagined that superheroes would do well on the silver screen like they do well in comic books and maybe on the small screen. But Superman proved, Christopher Reeves of course played Superman, it proved that the fans wanted to see their superhero up on the silver screen. Batman came next, and then Marvel started to branch out too onto the silver screen. And there were several, Marvel movies, the Avengers, Iron Man, Thor, Ant-Man, they were all there. And they were popular, and it proved that there was an explosive target audience for comic lovers. DC sort of fell out of favor for a while, but when they had Wonder Woman, that sort of revitalized their brand, and Aquaman came next. There is another Wonder Woman supposed to be coming out. Actually, it should have come out this summer, but due to the pandemic, it has been held back, I think, till spring of 2021. But this book is published by Thomas Allen, and it sells, actually it's Carlton Books, distributed by Thomas Allen, and it retails for $40. and it talks about every single superhero movie that has been made. So if you're a fan of superhero movies, this has all the details of all the stars, how it got made, and it's very informative. Now, the last book I would like to draw your attention to is Black Widow: Secrets of a Super Spy by Melanie Scott. And this is published by DK Publishing. They do a lot of superhero books, and they are really good at it. This one retails for $31.99. Now, Black Widow, the movie was supposed to be out, I think, this summer, but again, due to the pandemic, it has been delayed, and it is one of the most looked forward to movies of 2021 when it eventually does come to theaters. And I first became aware of the Black Widow when I was 10 years old. This is an old Tales of Suspense from 1965, and as soon as I saw her, I thought, wow, this is an interesting character. And over the years, she has evolved, and she's become very popular. She's had quite a backstory. You know, former Russian spy Natasha Romanoff, who was trained by the Red Room, and this book details every facet of her career, coming to America, joining the Avengers, being part of the good guys, still sought after by the Russians, and this is a totally complete guide to the Black Widow. So if you were a fan of the Black Widow then or a fan of the Black Widow now, you must add this book to your collection. It is highly recommended. So those are four of the titles that I just wanted to draw to your attention, and hopefully you will seek them out and you will enjoy them as much as I did. Once again, please send me your ideas for book reviews, your favorite titles, what you're reading now during the pandemic. So thank you again for your time. Stay safe and be happy, and enjoy the coming summer. Bye for now.